Yo, we are back once again. It is Lightning. It is Hoop. I hope this finds you well. I'm glad that you're here with me. So today I kind of want to talk about like finding religion in your 30s and like when you're young or whatever. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I recently found out that like one of my friends is like getting back into like church and Bible stuff, you know, getting back into like Christianity, whatever version of it he fucks with. And it was just like a very big surprise because he's never once like indicated in any way that I've noticed that like that was an interest of his or that was like a part of his life or whatever, you know. And I saw him and he was carrying a bunch of stuff, and one of them was like this leather bound like notebook case type of thing, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is that, man? You know, I didn't even know the motherfucker could read that well, to be honest. And then he was like, oh, it's my Bible. But the way he said it, I was like, oh, this is like a joke. I wonder what's actually in there. And I was like, oh yeah, like let me see. And then opened up, and sure enough, it was a fucking Bible. And he was like, yeah, man, like I go every fucking week. And I was like, what? You know, and then he's like, yeah, I'm actually going to Bible study tonight. And so we were kind of talking a little bit. 'Cause I don't want to make him feel bad. Like, I think it's cool when people have religion. Like, do your fucking thing, man. Like, if that's you and your family or whatever the fuck, like, do whatever the fuck you want in that regard. And if it's something that brings you peace and happiness or gives you understanding or leaves your anxiety, makes you feel better about whatever, like, fucking go crazy. As long as you're not, like, weaponizing it, have fun, buddy. You know? And so we're talking a little bit about it, and he essentially was, you know, he's like an older dude, and he's just like, yeah, you know, like my granddad passed, and I found comfort in getting back into the Bible shit, and through that I've like met some people, and I do the Bible study stuff, and I go to church every week, but I don't force my wife and my kids to, but sometimes they come with me, and you know what I mean? He's like listening to Christian music now. He's still just like a normal dude that like, you know, smokes weed and plays video games and like, you know, is like whatever, but he also has this like other facet of his life now, and I find that very fascinating and very interesting because I've noticed this trend as we're getting older, as I'm getting older, everyone's obviously getting older, where like people are just like slowly like teasing like religion stuff again, or people are like, and I say again because I feel like everyone kind of like de facto does whatever their parents did. And then a lot of the people that I know and people around my age that I have grown up with or I've met, you know, in my life, they'll be like, oh yeah, like my parents kind of went, I stopped doing that shit when I was in like middle school. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the vibe, like, you know, whatever. But I've been finding more and more people who are getting involved in church and getting involved in religion. And obviously there's like fad religious stuff, you know what I mean? There's obviously like all the jokes to be made with like, you know, like astrology bitches, or like, you know, like right wing like traditional like Catholic resurgence, and like, you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. Obviously there's like anecdotes, there's like online jokes and stuff, but like in the real world, like I have, you know, like half a dozen like Arab friends who are finding themselves like reading the Quran and you know, getting a little more religious and trying to incorporate that into their lives. I have a lot of Jewish friends who, you know, have started becoming more involved in that community. And obviously like you get married, you have kids, or, you know, someone dies, something happens, and that's how you find comfort and how you can deal with certain situations. And you know what I mean? And that's cool, man. Like I got some buddies who are like fucking, we used to party hard as fuck, and now they're like, look, I want my kid to go to a good school, putting his ass in fucking Catholic school. I met some of the people, they're pretty chill. There's a lot worse things to do on a Sunday than go to this fucking church. So we've been doing the church shit, and I kind of fuck with this shit a little bit, you know what I mean? And I think that's cool. I really do. It's fun. It's pretty crazy, like to think about like the evolution of your personal, like, what's the right word here? Your relationship to various religions and stuff. And obviously, like, we all know people who, like, bounce from faith to faith and, you know, philosophy to philosophy and And that stuff's fun and that's fine. And people dabble and they get interested in things like an academic level or, that's cool. Like, I can't tell you how many people I know who have like, like I'm not religious, but my girlfriend is and she wants to go to church. So like if she lets me go get drunk with the boys during football season, then like any other Sunday I go to church with her. You know what I mean? That's fine. Like for real, like I have a friend who isn't really religious, but I think she was religious growing up, and there's like a closeness with her family and her past and stuff that she will sometimes like to rekindle. So like I've gone to like church here in Baltimore like within the past like year or two, like, and it's not like a faith that I would like subscribe to, but it's like very interesting to like just go and like hang out and like absorb some of those good vibes, watch people have fun, just like something different than like the shit I'm just used to. You know what I mean? Like having a new experience, seeing a different side of the city or your community or your neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's just like I get bored, and so it's like fuck it. Like I'll go hang out at this fucking Roman Catholic mass with you. Like fuck yeah, dude. Like I'll dress up a little bit and like put on some fucking deodorant and hang out and talk to some fucking normies for a while, and afterwards go get food. Like that sounds fucking tight. It's it's better than just like day drinking. You know what I mean? It's better than just like laying around and playing PlayStation and getting stoned as fuck. Like I'll go do that. That sounds fun. But then, obviously the other end of that, like I don't know if I could ever be dogmatically religious. I don't know if I've ever really tried. I don't really know if I understand faith, if I'm being completely honest, because I wasn't raised in a religious household. My grandparents went, I would go for like holidays and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't raised in like a place where like religion was like anywhere close to like the front of my mind or my daily life. And then like when I got older and discovered like other religions and discovered philosophy and like, like all that fun stuff that comes with like being a kid on the internet and being like, oh, who's Aleister Crowley? What's Theosophy? Like what's this and that? What are these cool cults? You know what I mean? Who's Jim Jones? I don't know. I don't know if I could ever be religious. I think it would be cool to have that component of your life be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not being a fucking asshole, I think it's fine for sure. And I am legitimately jealous of people that have like conviction in their faith. I am 100% jealous of that. Like having that like assuredness as to like what to do, what's happening, what will happen. Like that is just like something that has never clicked with me, and it'd be fucking tight if I found something that did click with me like that. But then I feel like when you go searching for shit like that, that's how you join like Shinrikyo and like all those fucking crazy cults, because people prey on people who are searching for stuff. But I think it's cool when people organically find their way to religion, and then whatever that religion means to them, no matter how orthodox and how by the book they want to take it. I find it completely fascinating. Like I'm not being facetious. I'm not like looking down on people or like, you know what I mean? Not being like an edgy atheist or like a fucking, like, oh, I don't like you now because I'm Catholic and you're fucking Protestant, like all that stupid shit. But like, I find it legitimately interesting. Like, being involved in the various like scenes and communities that I am, knowing the people that I know, and then like you'll randomly be talking and then somebody who you used to like do hard drugs with, someone who you've seen like smoke crack in an alley and like get fucking their nose broken in like a pit at like a fucking basement show. It's just like, oh yeah, no, like I was very involved in the Catholic Church as a child, and like in the past 2 years I started like going again, and it's pretty cool. That shit blows my mind, but it's been happening more and more and more and more. And hell yeah, I think a lot of that is just like a sociological response to getting older and the world and finding comfort in things. And then I think that there's other components of it too that like I just don't understand because it was never part of my life. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I have a God-filled hole because I don't know if there was ever that part of my psyche that was devoted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a religion to go back to because I never had one, but then watching people go back is fun. Watching people transfer is fun. Watching people find it for the first time is very fun. I like it. I like it when the homies do wholesome ass shit. It's sick. We spent so many years being negative and just like fucking shit up for fun and fucking our bodies up and stuff. And this isn't me getting all hippy dippy or whatever, but like, it's cool to see the homies succeed. It's cool to see the homies win. And if they think they're winning or succeeding by being like, yo, you know what? I'm a church guy now. Fuck yeah, dude. That rules. But yeah, we're done. Thank you so much for listening. Andrew and I appreciate it so much. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. Tell them to like and subscribe also. Spread this shit. Spread it like COVID. Oh, side note, COVID is still a thing. If you go do social stuff, please get tested. I was just recently at an event, and over 75% of the people either in attendance either got COVID or got really sick, including me. I got really sick, and it fucking sucked. And it's irresponsible to go out and do stuff socially if you feel sick. But I get it, life happens. But still, get fucking tested for COVID because people are still having very bad reactions. Diseases evolve, strains change. People still get sick. Please do that. Please, please, please do that. But anyway, take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends that you love them.